In this vlog, I'm going to show you around my accommodation for a couple of days here in the New Forest down in the very south of England. But I think first of all, let's go and have a mooch around the locale. So yeah, gorgeous thatched cottage. Must be hundreds of years old, although clearly it's had some modern building work going on. It's a lovely place. We are in the village of East Boulder, which isn't spelt how you'd expect it to be spelt. But I have to make sure we close the doors because there's a lot of wildlife in the New Forest and also some planes, it would seem. So the New Forest down in the very south of England, it's called the New Forest, but to be honest, there's not a lot of forest here. There's a lot of marshland, a lot of open plains. Here is Betty sitting out for the night in what proved to be a considerable amount of rain last night. We got some really bad flooding in some parts of Sussex. But yeah, on the one hand you just sort of walk through what looks like a typical village, and then you go over the way and you're onto the plains. And rather typically, as soon as I've got the camera out, there are no animals, but believe me, there are all manner of creatures just roaming free on this vast expanse of land. It's common land, so people can bring their horses, sheep, whatever here to graze. And apparently play football over there as well. But yeah, this is East Boulder, see? B-O-L-L-D-R-E. I think it should be Boldre, as in Dr. Dre, but it isn't. And yeah, as I was driving through here yesterday, there were pigs, sheep, cows, horses, so many horses. And there were quite a few around here. They all seem to have gone. Maybe they're hiding from what has proved to be some terrible rain overnight. So we're here to visit the National Motor Museum. It is pretty much the oldest motor museum in the UK, one of the largest as well, hundreds of cars. So at the moment I'm very excited. I can't go yet, it's too early, but we will be heading up there very shortly and it will be fantastic, I'm sure. Not sure I'll have much time to vlog there, but you will obviously see plenty of video output at the moment. I don't really know how it's going to go down. I don't know what I'm going to be filming. So yeah, it's feeling quite excitable. By the way, I think this is rush hour. I guess that kiddies on their way to school in minibuses, which is reassuring, I suppose. It makes more sense when loads of cars going. So yeah, that's rush hour here in East Boulder. I think that was it. So there we go. Right, I was going to show you around the cottage because it's quite delightful. It got to the stage, it was looking like it would be more cost effective to rent a cottage than stay in a hotel. I'm just happy here. I've got my own space, I can do my editing and know I'm not going to be disturbed, and I've got my own bathroom and everything. And to be honest, the price is not that much more than a hotel was looking like being. It's a very popular area for tourism, so even B&Bs are very expensive, and a B&B's shared bathroom, people sort of checking in on you. No, don't want that. I've got my own space and I'm absolutely loving it. Let's go and show you my little old cottage. Now I've just seen some horses running free, but thatch was very much the default roof option back in the day, before there were such things as slate tiles, and it's just reeds effectively sort of stacked on top of each other, and it does an amazingly good job. The modern innovation is to wrap it in this sort of chicken wire to stop stuff crawling into it. But yeah, it works very well. It's very insulative, keeps the water off, does a grand job. So the Baptist church here in East Boulder is actually for sale, the church and the hall. And I love the fact it was erected in 1810, and then what went wrong, because it was rebuilt just 8 years later. And then rebuilt again in 1844. But yeah, there's a fairly typical scene around here. Just horses roam free. It's why every property you'll see has gates, because these creatures will come in and absolutely destroy rather, your garden. Yeah, all very nice around these parts. Good morning. So obviously driving around the New Forest, you have to be a bit wary because there are animals everywhere, but there tends to be a blanket 40 mile an hour speed limit where you'd normally expect it to be 60. But I guess if you live here, you just get used to the fact, yeah, you're sharing the roads with free roaming animals. So we've got this nice little porch on entry to the property. You can imagine my joy when one of the first things you see is the Wi-Fi router. I was misled. The Wi-Fi is terrible. 1 meg upload speed. I tried uploading a video last night. It just didn't work. But hey, we shall press on in. I should pop some lights on. And here we go. Here is my sitting room. And one thing you'll notice straight away is this property is ill-suited to people who are overly tall. I think Miss Hubner had fit in very well here. We've got a fake fire over there, which doesn't seem to work. A nice sofa, and that's where I was sitting last night editing a vlog I'd entirely forgotten about. There is a huge telly, if you like huge telly things. But if we go through, this property is just a joy. The walls are all slanted. So I think these are more modern rebuilt walls, but these walls are absolutely all over the place. We find the bathroom, which is sadly a very modern affair. There's a lovely beam I keep banging my head on. Up here, nice sink. There's an extractor fan, but actually blows air in. Doesn't seem ideal, but I had a lovely shower this morning nonetheless. That's very pleasant. Oh yeah, little alcove to put your bottles. Great idea. So that's all good. We've got a bedroom up this end. I've just got to watch my head and kind of crawl up the staircase. And we've got a little bedroom here, which is rather dark. I don't know what the light switch is. I've just knocked an LED light on the floor. It's all gone very hubnut already. But I decided not to sleep down this end. I thought it was a little too cozy for my liking. So we'll progress through this way to the kitchen. Yeah, never fit bright shiny switches. They show all the fingerprints. So again, thoroughly modern in here, but very well equipped. Got my breakfast over there. I've done my washing up already. I've got a bin hiding in there. Let's close that. Nice row of mugs. The remnants of my bargain £2.09 pizza from M&S last night. I went looking for tasty bargains. And then up this tiny little staircase is my bedroom. Let's put some lights on. There we go. Now we should be able to go up here. I've got to watch my head again. It's all very cozy. We've got another little bedroom here. So if you've got young children, it's a good place to stay. So again, just the strange organic shapes. This gorgeous little window here, which actually is bisected by this wall, which takes you to my bedroom. You see I've beautifully made my bed, but there is a slight issue. I can't actually stand up full height in here. The roof is so very, very low. I've got my t-shirts ready to go because French Giselle, and I've got a Russ Wallace 100 Years of Citroen t-shirt as well. That's very, very nice. So it's nice to unpack. It is extra joyous. But yeah, this is my little cottage. It's very characterful, and I have to kind of twist my way around it because it's also very, very compact, but absolutely delicious. So much more interesting than a hotel. And as a creative, it inspires me. No, I just like it. I just like being in places like this. It's just, yeah, I feel a bit more settled. But I need to start getting my kit together, charge my cameras up, and head to the Motor Museum, which is only a couple of miles away. Oh, well, I'm done in. Absolutely shattered. I hope you're getting decent sound. I haven't plugged the microphone in. I'm just catching up with comments. As ever, I managed to get the video to Hub Notes uploaded. I ended up going to a pub for dinner. Their Wi-Fi was also terrible, but my phone had enough 4G there that I could upload the video. So I got that done. Now I need to get the files off the camera. Yes, that's where it is. I'm holding it and looking at you on it. I need to get those onto the laptop. That way I've got a backup effectively. And then we're back to the museum tomorrow for more filming. But yeah, fascinating but exhausting day. It's a remarkable museum. So yeah, editing and then sleep. I think sleep. So we're in Betty. We're back at the National Motor Museum. It is the second day of filming. This is a pretty full-on event. There just wasn't enough time yesterday, and I knew there wouldn't be enough time to do everything we were kind of suggesting in one day. So yesterday was just filming the museum and the fascinating collection centre, the archive, it's much more than an archive, next to the museum building. Today we're filming some test drives. The weather is dreadful. It's kind of drizzling, and I think all three vehicles are convertibles, and I think all three of them currently have the roof not fitted. So yeah, could be better, but still looking forward to it nonetheless. It should be very, very entertaining. Driving vehicles that definitely are not the sort of vehicles you normally see on HubNut, so it's going to be good fun. But yeah, what a place. It just feels special walking around, and I need to pay homage really to the buildings. The fact the museum was built in the 1970s and it still feels it, and you know, it's got a monorail going through the museum building. It's quite remarkable. I like it a great deal, and the fact it isn't trying to be shiny latest up to date. Now this is up to date for 1972, and that's part of the appeal itself. I think it feels like things gently happen here. It doesn't feel like a place of revolution, and I quite like that. So yeah, gonna go and get in and do some filming on day 2 here at the National Motor Museum. So here I am having a rather lovely time in the back of a 1928 Austin 12, and we're driven expertly here by Ben, who works at Bewley, and yeah, it's been a lovely day. We've already filmed the Jeep as well. One more very exciting video to do, and then we can call this day done. But just listen to the noises. Oh, just lovely. What a way to travel. Always going for third. Hey, no synchro mesh on this gearbox at all, but yeah, lovely time. Replica vintage bus driving past, and here comes the 1903 Napier. No, not keeping up with that. Look at it go. That's extraordinary. So yeah, that has been, I haven't driven that one. That has just been a bit of behind the scenes, and we filmed a video where I've been out on it and done a walk around to explore its fascinating history, but by heck does it go. That's second gear. A bit of a bonus for anyone visiting the museum today. It's yeah, the extraordinary 1903 Napier. So now we're going to do some filming in the workshop, so that'll be a separate video. But yeah, let's just take a moment to look at the site. You think these buildings have been standing since 1972. Remarkable. Much quieter today. Yesterday was a really busy day. Today it is much quieter here at the museum. I think that's just Friday's typical changeover day, but they certainly get an awful lot of people through the door here, and rightly so. It's an amazing place. And yeah, occasionally you come here and absolute magic is happening. So we need to move some cars now, because the car we want is behind that cage. So Ben is just taking out the James Bond XK8, complete with gun. I assume decommissioned on the back. And here it comes. So fearsome they keep it behind bars. 1903 Napier, built for the Gordon Bennett races. Got a 7.7 litre 4-cylinder engine, and no front brakes. So we're going to go out for a ride on that. It's going to be terrifying, I think. Now, an important question has been raised in the comment section. Are there any typewriters at this museum? Yes. There's one. And there's a nice old one there as well. Marvellous. So yes, if you come to the National Motor Museum at Bewley, you will find typewriters and scrap. And here we are back in Betty again. You may be getting a bit of shaky noise from this terrible mount. I do apologise for that, but yeah, we are on our way back to Wales. It's a 5 or 6 hour drive, so an awfully long way to go, but I'll crack on with that and I'll save you the tedium. It's mostly motorway and very dull. So yeah, thanks for watching. It's been an amazing couple of days at the National Motor Museum in Bewley. Huge thanks to them for inviting me down. Yeah, I'm just happy, really happy. It's been an amazing day. Just sharing time with others who have such love for old cars and who run a place like that and clearly have such affection for the cars they care for. Amazing. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the future hub notes. Bye.